What's up, y'all? Crash Empire back again. So today I want to talk about starting a business, certain things you could think about, right? The first thing I want to say is, as an individual, I think it's important for you to kind of know where you are and where you want to be in terms of your business. So, like, if you never even thought about it, it's probably best if you do a little bit more research before you just jump into it. But if you have been thinking about it, you probably already have little notes and plans and things that you jot down. So to make it easier, the first thing you probably want to do is find your niche, right? So your age group, the area you're planning to start your business at. Do they like winter clothes? Are you going to be doing seasonal? Do you want to specialize in swimwear? Do you want to specialize in accessories? Do you want to do multiple things? Or do you want to be like a specialty store where you only do like certain things for certain times, And then obviously, once you kind of narrow that down, probably want to get into your audience and share with them basically with social media, face-to-face presence, pop-up shops, or even sending samples out. Sometimes the best way for people to see what you got is just to give it to them for free. You need to build your following. So another way you can probably get into that whole boat is just being in the right circles, networking, going to like conventions. I personally have been to a few. I've been to Sneaker Con, I've been to Comic Con, I've been to other places where they just sell clothes and it's just pop-ups or it's like events. And those places are probably the best place to find new brands, find inspiration, or even collaborate and link. Sometimes you end up, meeting somebody who wants to do something with somebody, and I'm all about that. So, number 3 would probably be like knowing how you're gonna get your merch out there. Are you gonna be doing drop shipping, like where you have the manufacturer do it? Are you gonna have a warehouse? Are you gonna be making them at home? Like things like that. And just having that kind of plan to kind of help you like lay out what you're gonna be able to manage in the short term, in the now, and the long run. For me, I want to say before all of that, I was jotting down notes on like names of what I'm gonna call my brand, the designs I want. Do I want to be extravagant? Do I want to be sleek? Do I want to be quiet and neat? Do I want it to be bold and out of character, so to speak? And then the legitimate parts. Now, I want to say you don't literally need to go out of the way to spend a whole bunch of money on the legal side right away, but to be safe, especially if you think your brand is gonna blow up like that, I always say go register your stuff. Go get the license that you need, figure out what your state requires. Do you need to have like a certain amount of how do you even call it, certain amount of distance away from certain other company because it goes against some kind of law or whatever. You don't want to get hit with a fine, or you don't want to get sued by somebody. And the best way to prevent that is becoming a LLC, registering your business, getting that IEN, filing your articles of organization. And I'm gonna make another video about that a little bit more so you can understand it, at least my simplified version, because I've watched other videos and I feel like they kind of like expand upon it to a point where it's like you don't really need to know all of that right away, but push it forward. Like that is something that you kind of want to have on the back of your mind, at least so you could be legitimate, right? So the biggest part, I think, for your business as a brand though is being unique and having something behind it. So like every big logo that you see out there right now, that is actually something that you're like, oh, I actually taken that or have had their service, whatever, it's something that's memorable. It's something that you could be like, oh, yo, that's Pepsi, or oh, that's Coca-Cola, or that's Apple, you know. So you want to be able to like distinguish yourself amongst the others, especially if there's a lot of competition, especially if there's a lot of people doing the same thing you're doing. You want yours to be unique. You want yours to be pronounced and specific, and you want it to be simple but clear cut enough to get your brand's point across, but also represent you, you know. And that goes into like the next part I wanted to say. So like, which also ties into like that business part too, like getting trademarked. So things like that definitely cost money, but it's worth it, especially if you're gonna pursue like that full on, oh, I want my thing to be big and legit and official. So it's worth it, because you don't want somebody stealing your brand or copying it and using it because you didn't go and take the time to go spend money to invest in your business for it to grow, you know. So look into things like what it is to trademark a company, intellectual property, things like that, branding, names that are similar but different, like things like that can kind of, I want to say mess up your business. But imagine if I had like Bob's Beers, right, and then somebody else had Beers of Bob's. They did two different things, but they sound the same. So it's like, what if somebody forgot how it was, you know, organized or set, but now you have a logo and that kind of makes it distinguished. Now you know it's, oh, that's the one I wanted, you know. So like things like that's something you want to think about, like when you like make your design for your brand, you want it to be your own, you know. And then I mean, starting off, I feel like a lot of people become bold and cocky and they're like, oh, my stuff is gonna be that hot, and they just want to go straight to the money, so they start charging outlandish prices and then they fail. And I'm not saying everybody does, but like a lot of companies or a lot of small businesses, entrepreneurs, they are trying to accomplish like something that's not realistic, you know. So you want to probably go in for something that's margin, you know. If you could get a product at a lower price, don't go crazy and go for profit, because then we're gonna go back to that legal part again, you know, like with taxes and all that stuff. But that's for another, you know, video, another talk, right? So yeah, be reasonable with your prices and think about your market, think about your people that you're trying to get to support you so they can keep on being lifetime customers, you know what I'm saying? Going forward after all of that, you know, I want to say we're in a world where you could do everything from home now. You could literally buy something from home, get it shipped to your home, and not leave your home, thanks to COVID. So distribution, I want to say, is more research. Like if you know you want quality, research quality vendors, man. It's not easy to find vendors, but most of them are available. And if you just take the time, which I will say a lot of people don't take the time to just narrow it down which one they want, you know. But for me, I feel like you gotta look into how far it is, how much it's gonna cost, how long it's gonna take. Get samples. I can't stress it enough. Getting samples is probably like the most time saved, because imagine buying like 1,000 shirts or 1,000 of anything and it's not good quality, or it's just not worth what you're selling it for, and then your customers are just mad. Now you got a whole bunch of product that nobody don't want, and that's you just wasted your money, right? And a lot of things that I noticed too with like other, you know, businesses or whatever, they'll tell you, oh, you could just have this company do it for you, you don't gotta touch it. But like, why would I sell you something that I don't even know if it's, you know, good? Or what if the thing I'm selling is not even worth what I think it should be selling? I think that's morally, you know, unright. So, you know, think about the customer, you know, think about what they want and put yourself in their shoes and like assume, okay, well, I like this, it's a good price, the quality is good. And now you establish yourself, you know, at least as a clothing business, right? Now, another thing I want to say is, like, for distribution, you don't gotta go all the way big, man. You don't have to go brick and mortar. You don't have to have like a whole bunch of like merch at the house, you know, like, because realistically you want to just start off where you can just manage it, where you're like, okay, well, I got like 50 shirts and I'm gonna go do a pop-up at the, you know, a concert or at a party, whatever, and then kind of you're really in the stages of promotion, you know what I'm saying? So you want to promote your product as a brand ambassador. You want to be the marketer of yourself. You want to be the person that people can put a face to the product and be like, yo, that's that person. So later on in the future, it'll be like, okay, well, if I did like it, or if I think somebody else might like it, they was here putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? So like, take your time and build your brand, man. Don't rush to overcomplicate things. Make it simple, and then later on, if you know, feel comfortable with it, then you go extravagant, you know, and then you go big, and then you like reinvest what you get back, so it makes sense. So for me, I want to say I'm starting off small. I'm starting off small as much as I can, because I want to see the ventures and avenues that it can open up for me versus me putting all my eggs in one basket. You know, I want to do a lot more art than I want to do clothing. So I think I want to do more collabs. As I said, I like collabing, man. If you guys got ideas, themes, or whatever you want to see me, like, want to see what I can make, just, you know, shoot me some comments, send me messages, man. Follow my like Instagram. The social medias are all up now. I got the Twitter now. We got the Facebook. We got the IG. We're about to make a LinkedIn too. Just if you want to keep it strictly business. So stay tuned, man. I'm gonna keep on trying to push as much content as I can and trying to keep you with my music. This is my music, so you know, it ain't nobody copywriting it. I hope not, because this is mine. So nobody don't copy this. This is mine, and I'm recording it too. So don't be trying to copy my stuff. This is my song. Well, it's my beat. If you want it though, you can hit me up. You know, see what we can do. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Peace. God be with you. Bless. All of that good stuff. And stay tuned for the next.